there, my name is Katrina Branum, and this is my presentation for organizational behaviors. Here we're looking at the case analysis of why we're losing all of our good people. This is an architectural firm called Sambian that can't seem to keep any of their decent employees. They all seem to be leaving for other architectural firms or branching out, trying to find their own thing instead of wanting to stay at Sambian. You have employees that have been at this firm for over 5 years that no longer want to be here. I believe that this can be explained best by Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a pyramid that deals with 5 different bases. We have these physiological needs like food, air, water. All of that has to be met for an employee to want to stay. Then we have safety, which is basically, they feel like they're secure. Then we have love and belonging. Basically, there's friendship being built inside of this firm that they feel like they're really connected. Then we have self-esteem, which deals with they feel like they are being shown, hey, you're doing a great job. They're being told, hey, you're great, you're not messing up, and there's a lot of rapport that's been built inside of this business. And then finally have self-actualization, which is basically an employee feels like they are able to reach the heights that they can reach. They feel as though they're satisfied in all of their levels and that they can build off of this and become even more successful. Due to these needs not being met, employees are deciding to leave. Here we have Tom specifically, who definitely left because his self-actualization wasn't being met. He didn't feel like he could move up. He didn't feel like he was being treated as well as he could, and so he went to a different architectural firm that he felt as though he could be more successful in. Here we have 2 women, Helen and Mary, Helen being the CEO of Sambian and Mary being head of human resources. Both are trying to figure out why are these employees leaving and trying to find a solution for it. Helen decides that the solution is to just give out promotions and give out money. No amount of money will ever make an employee stay. One of the girls decides that she doesn't want to stay anymore after Tom leaves, and instead of really trying to find out what is going on, she's just like, here, I'll be your mentor. Here's a promotion, here's all this money. Promotion that could have easily went to someone else that really deserved it, but because this girl decided to be disloyal, she was basically rewarded for it. This is not a good business practice and really goes against a culture, and it's bringing in, this is the culture that we have. Be disloyal, you'll be rewarded for it. Ask for more and you'll immediately get it. Then we have Mary, the head of human resources, who immediately disagrees with Helen's opinion to do this, but Mary's also not doing her part. She has employee satisfaction surveys that she does and doesn't really get anything from it. She basically says, oh, we're all good, without actually looking at what these employees need and what they're saying. And because of the fact that this is done by her, none of the employees are going to say how they actually feel because they're afraid that they're going to be punished for it, basically. She also doesn't ask the right questions during Tom's exit interview. She doesn't really try to look into why he is leaving. She basically just accepts, you're going to leave no matter what, and doesn't really try to delve into it and just accepts defeat. After all this, we're given 4 expert opinions. The opinion that I agreed with the most was Jean Martin's. I felt as though she really coincided with what Maslow's hierarchy of needs is. She really looked at, you need to make sure that every employee is satisfied and that the top is being held accountable. Because that's the main issue, it seems, especially after employees talked in their little coffee break room. They basically talked about how there is no moving up because the top is so set in what they're doing, and those at the higher ups are basically making the younger kids feel as though they can't be successful. They feel as though that they're being hindered from being the best that they could possibly be. The one I disagreed with the most would have to be Jim Cornelius's. I felt as though his advice wasn't terrible, but it definitely did not hold the higher ups accountable. It looked at how, basically that they can hold meetings and make goals, which is a great idea, and sounds like something that they should do, but they're not actually going to get anything done because those at the top, the goals are just going to be thrown out by those at the top because they're just going to do whatever they want anyways, it seems like. Management needs to fix this. Helen needs to do basically an overhaul on her management and figure out why, who at the top needs to be gotten rid of, because they're making the lower ones leave. They're making them not want to stay. If we look at Jean's advice, she basically tries to say that everybody needs to have their needs met, that holding review sessions with the lower level employees will make it to where the upper level is held accountable more, and that they can say honestly, this is what's going on, have a third party come in and say, I agree with this, and to really give their opinion, and so that way they don't feel like they can't say how they're feeling. I believe that the way to implement this is to basically, they need to look at the hierarchy of needs, they need to understand the hierarchy of needs, and try to communicate clear objectives to each employee, and make sure that the culture that they are trying to create is made, that they have a good foundation, and that they're not going against everything they stand for. Holding meetings with each employee and having more one-on-one contact so that way they really understand how they're feeling will be the only way that they can really implement this type of organizational behavior. Thank you.